I'm Dennis Cometti. When they talk about great Tigers, the man to the right of me is always on the short list. Welcome, Matthew Richardson.
Thanks, Dennis. How I've been looking forward to this game all week.
A practice match on the bill today as these two sides test each other out. They run on in full confidence. They're looking sharp and the crowd are appreciating it.
Risking head and skin. If we're behind, then never mind. We'll fight and win. For we're from Tiger.
We have the toss of the coin. The players are all eagerly awaiting the siren. The players launch into the first term.
There is no glory in practice, but without practice, there is no glory.
Clean tap by Grundy. Prestia clearly doesn't get enough attention. The ball being picked up before it makes its target. Pendlebury dishes it off to the running man. And the mark will be paid. Puts boot to ball. Takes that one strongly. Bumps the pigskin. Martin taps it. Hand passes. Grundy says, no, I'm over here. The ball bounced favourably for Batchelor. Elliott made the awkward bounce look easy. He's got great hands. Slams it on the boot.
Cochin is a freak at understanding and anticipating his opponent's actions. Puts boot to ball. Adams with handball. Side bottom, going for home. Morgan marks it.
You know more about him than me, Richo. Reckon he can bag this one?
This angle will test him, I reckon, Dennis.
40 metres out. It's in the air, tantalisingly close. Behind. It's not the score he was looking for. Takes it well. Takes his time as he lines up for goal. It's okay to have butterflies. Just get them in flying formation. The ball is thumped towards goal by DeGoey. The Magpies by 2 points. I would have expected him to nail that.
Grimes has a lovely kick on him. If he can utilise that in heavy traffic, he will become crucial to his team's finals ambitions. He gets the behind.
Disappointing kick there. Strong mark by DeGoey. Would you back him in from here, Richo?
He's a great kick and should convert from here.
DeGoey with a great kick. That's his first. The Ruckmen steal themselves before the bounce. The ball has been bounced. Deft touch from Grundy. Controlled by Moore. Handballs. Side bottom heads in for the goals. Morgan takes the mark. Bumps the pigskin. Oscar Elliott claims the ball. Word is this guy is the most reliable kick for goal on the side. Going for goal number 1. Wins the hard ball. Lining up the goal now. Morgan kicks for goal. He was celebrating the moment that left his boot. Gets his first. That's 2 in a row for the Magpies. Richmond in early trouble. The umpire set to bounce to restart the game. Nankervis wins the tap. Terrible timing by Grundy. Jams it on the boot now. Solid as a rock, and he comes away with a lovely contested mark. Morgan wants to play on. That decision was like taking a beer to a job interview. Not a very good idea. The ball was thrown. Free kick for Grimes. Delivers the footy with a beautiful drop punt. They can't seem to maintain possession. They simply handed it over. Sends it on its way. No contest for that mark. Prestia kicks. Martin got under it.
Martin, he's the heart and soul of this footy club. I don't think he'll be going anywhere anytime soon. The ball is mopped up. Receives the hand pass. He intercepts the ball on the bounce. Gets a handball to the running man. Hooley kicks the ball. He gets his hands on the footy.
He'll be happy with that. The Tigers slot their first one. The ruckmen giving each other the ice-cold killer stare-downs as they wait for the bounce. Knocks it down in front. Chips it down towards half-forward. Great mark under pressure. Sends the Sharon on its way. He controls the bouncing ball. De Goey takes an uncontested mark. De Goey. Strong mark. He kicks it. Solid goal. The Magpies by 15 points.
Main can...
The ball has been bounced. Grundy guides it. It bounced straight into his hands as if he'd just called a puppy with a whistle.
He clears the ball. Martin gains possession. He kicks the ball. Rough head, puts his boot on it. Adams mops up the ball. Maynard gives the ball to the running man. Looks like he's got an injury. Maynard will see no further action after that injury. Pendlebury slams the ball to his boot.
Brigg gains possession. Side bottom decides to send it to open space. The first quarter is over and Richmond trailing by 15.
The Magpies will be happy with the early scoreboard pressure they are applying to Richmond. They are setting the standard out there, and it will be interesting to see how the Tigers can come back after the break.
Time to see if there's anything interesting in amongst the stats.
Both teams fairly close in the handball stats, 12-7. The tackling has been really equal in this match so far. The Magpies 6, Richmond 5.
Enlightening, Richo. First break is over and we're back in action. Methodically, the umpire bounces it beautifully. Hit by Nankervis. Lynch taps it. Caddy taps. The bouncing ball is controlled. The ball in the hands of Grundy. Smothered. It bounced straight into his hands as if he'd just called a puppy with a whistle. He plays on now. Scoops up the ball. Cochin trimming the grass with that kick.
The Magpies are taking their time and kicking to smart options inside 50, and that's having a real bearing on this match. He claims the ball. Side bottom kicks the ball. De Goey marks the ball.
Boots it. What did they used to say at school? Butterfingers lets it drop. Lynch going for number 1. That's 2 in a row for the Magpies. The Magpies with the advantage as they lead Richmond 27-6. And that goal is right off the top shelf for him. The bounce is straight up and down. Grundy gets the tap. He's got the footy in his hands. Kicked by Treloar. Simply outplayed the opposition there. Word is this guy is the most reliable kick for goal on the side. 45 metres out. Almost in the bag from this position, you would think. 20 metres from home. A pretty safe bet from this position. Cox going for number 1. He's having a ball. If you'll excuse the pun, Cox getting his first. And look at that bounce. Nankervis outstretches his opponent to win the ruck. Handball short. He's really a ball magnet. Adams starts in, his shadow beside him. Where else would it be? Well, depends on the side. They've conceded possession. Asprey with the football. He gets another possession. Kicked by Grimes. Takes that one strongly. Batchelor boots it. McIntosh looking a real threat out there when he pulls in contested marks like that one.
Nankervis, it's just a real slippery customer if you give him any space. He kicks the ball. Chris puts his boot on it. Moore just hoping for the best. Grigg gathers it. Edwards has no chance at that one.
Riewoldt with the tap. Rioli has the chance to add one more to his talent. Richmond need a score here. Both ruckmen have their eyes on the ball. Methodically, the umpire bounces it beautifully. Adams reads the mind of Nankervis. Hits the running man. Grundy having some real difficulty moving. That looks nasty. He'll be rushed to the rooms for medical treatment. Don't think, though, he'll be coming back. He put some power into that kick. Lynch claims it. Let's hope the shot at goal is as good as the delivery. 60 metres out. Slams it on the boot. A solid mark from Power. He opts to play on. Like working in a telephone box. Look at him go. The players have decided to take advantage. Rioli gets it behind. Well, they've got a point, but it won't be enough to get them back into this. It's not the score he was looking for.
Maynard, he's a smart guy, but he's got to keep a cooler head so he can make the right decisions more often. Treloar running in now. The ball goes out on the full.
Kicks hurriedly. Marked by Short. Boots it. Nice hands. Choose to kick it. Martin looking a real threat out there when he pulls in contested marks like that one. He shows the quick hands. Steady hands there as he holds that one. Kicks it across the ground. He had his eye on the ball all the way and took the mark well. Cox is streaming past and gets the footy. Cox goes goalward. It's true. That's two now. He's playing well.
Cox on his wrong foot isn't his preferred option, but he's still competent enough off that foot.
Roughhead puts the ball in the hands of fate. He gathers the loose ball. Great grab. Revolt lines it up. 25 metres out. A pretty safe bet from this position. He was celebrating the moment that left his boot. The ruckman, conscious of where their teammates are, they wait for the bounce. Roughhead punches it. He controls the bouncing ball. The ball being picked up before it makes its target. And that's the half. The Magpies 39 to Richmond 19. Stay tuned for the halftime show. What? There's no halftime show. Seriously. Richo, how well are these teams performing?
The stats are close, but the scores are very different.
We're back for the third term.
You can motivate by fear and you can motivate by reward. But both those methods are only temporary. The only lasting thing is self-motivation.
Martin with the kick. Almost a touch of synchronised swimming about that mark. Minus the peg. Revolt has the chance to add one more to his talent. Their intensity is growing. They want to get back in this.
Rewalt's an incredible straight shooter. No angle seems too sharp for him. Pushing him out wide really doesn't increase his chances of missing. In fact, I think he likes the challenge.
Umpire bounces the ball. Nankervis wins the tap. Terrible timing by Grundy. Pendlebury slams it on the boot. De Goey takes it well. Look at the concentration on his face as he lines up for the goal. Sends the Sharon on its way. Almost a touch of synchronised swimming about that mark. Minus the peg. Be decisive. Come on, be decisive. A wrong decision is generally less disastrous than indecision. 20 metres from home. Elliott with a pretty easy kick. The ruckmen giving each other the ice-cold killer stare-downs as they wait for the bounce. Grundy punches. Lynch taps. With the ball now. Nicely intercepted by Pendlebury. Nice mark under pressure. A-Train was clearly holding the ball there. Kicked by Lambert. He wins the contest.
The Tigers just can't find a free man inside 50, and it's really having an impact on the scoreboard. Rewalt shoots for goal.
The umpire set to bounce to restart the game. Claimed by Nankervis. Treloar with the football. Nankervis decisively sends the ball to open space. Treloar was taken high. Heads up the corridor. Hooley read the play better than anyone else and takes possession. Hits the running man. Edwards couldn't hold on to that one. Right now he looks like a man in a darkened room trying to discover where all the furniture is. His mistake costs him a possession. Kicks it. Lambert, the better man there. 50 metres out. Sends the ball inside his attacking 50. A routine, strictly speaking, is not a routine if you have to think about it. 40 metres from home. Lynch slams one on the boot for goal. Richmond add one to their tally. Lynch sinking his first goal. 2 goals would change the lead in favour of the Tigers.
Lynch, he's creative with his game. He always makes an appearance on the highlight reel.
Grundy gets onto the ball. A short handball. Gets a handball away. Treloar dishes it off to the running man. Tackled by Grimes. Finding the running player. Lynch approaching home now. Cox passes. I think he just wants attention. The ball is slammed towards goal by Elliott. The Magpies starting to exert some dominance over the Tigers with the lead of 46-37. Disappointing kick there. He opts to play on with the ball. Grimes clears it out of the 50. That was all Clostered.
Richmond haven't taken many marks inside their 50. They need to be more aggressive and create some room, or they'll find themselves far too behind on the scoreboard.
Cotching with clean hands for a difficult bouncing ball. He's running hot, Richard.
He's been outstanding all match, then.
He's racking up possessions. Takes possession. Conker takes the mark uncontested. Sends the Sharon on its way. Martin with the mark. Choose to kick it. Drops the mark and the Crummers are waiting. Lynch with a low spearing kick. Morgan takes it well.
The Magpies are gaining a lot of the advantage through some smart kicks and even better marks inside their forward 50. Really solid use of the body to outmark his opponent. He kicks the ball.
Short. Aims for his man on the ground. The loose ball picked up by Hooley. Gives it to the running man. Penetrating hand pass. The ball finds its way into the grateful clutches of the opposition. Amazing specky by Tagoe. What a strong mark. Picked by Batchelor. There's been a lot to enjoy in the third quarter. The scores are Magpies 46, Richmond 37.
They have been pretty wasteful in this match, and if they lose, they will look back and rue the missed opportunities.
Lots of points scored during that third term. Time to see if there's anything interesting in amongst the stats.
The Magpies and the Tigers are close in handballs. Neither team appears to have a distinct advantage.
Much appreciated, Richo. Only one term to go now.
You can always rest easy knowing that you gave 100%, win or lose.
Chips it down towards half forward. Asprey marks it. Boots it. Over the top of the pack. Nan Curtis puts it on the boot. Cotching the better man there. Sends the Sharon on its way. Maynard looking a real threat out there when he pulls in contested marks like that one.
Maynard's got all the makings required to become a great servant of this football club. I reckon he could become a 200-game player. Batchelor boots it. Strong mark there. Sending it on its way. Lynch takes the mark.
50 metres from home. Shot at goal by Lynch. Rioli going for number 3. Richmond won't be too nervous yet. They can still turn this around. I would have expected him to nail that. Edwards was surrounded. He needed to mark it, and he did. A monster kick will be required from here. Edwards with the shot. It's going. If that post was a couple of centimetres thinner, it'd have been okay. 2 goals will see Richmond in the lead. Disappointing kick there. Roughhead waiting for his teammates to break. They're using the Tokyo subway play. The ball is socket. Picked up under pressure. Smothers it. And the ball goes over the boundary line. We'll get a ball in. Both ruckmen battling for the front spot.
Grundy. He's got a few tricks up his sleeve, so defenders will have to be on their game. Pendlebury has given away a free kick. He doesn't want to take too long lining this shot up. Martin kicks it. Great hands. He steadies now in front of goal.
Rioli takes a shot at goal. That's 2 in a row for the Tigers. Time won't be a factor in this race. Good fist. He gets his hands on the footy. Pendlebury with the running catch. He holds his breath and he's missed. That's one area of his game that does need improvement. McIntosh grabs that one. Stabs the ball. Prestia, the better man there.
Prestia's got good knowledge of the game and he can see the events unfolding in front of him, but he just needs to react a little faster. He kicks the ball. Pendlebury kicks the ball. Cox with good strong hands.
He steadies now in front of goal. Cox throws the ball. Free kick. Batchelor sends one up towards the wing. Stevenson, a good crummer. Cochin with the interception. He gains possession.
I don't want to hear it.
Kicks. Nankervis guides it. Tapped by Grundy. Phillips gets the ball. He kicks with power. And it's close to goal as the ball goes over the boundary line. Shoulders locked, eyes on the ball. Asprey with the mighty fist. Hoskin Elliott picks up the bouncing ball. He gathers the loose ball. Guided by Prestia. Cochin comes away with the ball. Gets a handball away. He grabs it on the run. He seems to have the ball on a string, Richo.
He seems to always be in the contest, Dennis.
What was he thinking? He runs into the goal. Handballs from the tackle. Floston gains possession through the interception. Lobs the pass. Grabs it and takes off. Look at him go. A no-good kick from Hoskin Elliott. It's not the score he was looking for. Grimes takes a low stab kick.
Floston is really good at reading the play out on the field. He just needs to start doing it faster. He takes the contested mark. Puts boot to ball. Cochin, just the better man in that contest. Sending it on its way. He marks the ball. He slams that on the boot. The final siren is right around the corner.
Passed by Martin. Intercepted by Maynard. Mistimes the kick. Howe drops the mark. He scoops the ball off the ground. Moore is streaming past and gets the footy. A close result in a game that could have gone either way. Now that it's all over, how did you see that game, Richo?
Winning may not be everything, but losing has little going for it. Let's face it.
Final scores are 48-45. Well, that's all we have time for. We only part to meet again, maybe next weekend.
Oh, the premiership's a game.